MSB here, and welcome to another card breakdown. Today we'll be looking at the Living Totem. The Living Totem is a PvP troop card with a 2 cost, 1 diamond threshold, 2 attack, and 2 defense. The Totem's ability turns it into a veritable Swiss Army knife. By spending 3 resources at any time, you can permanently give this troop a +1 attack and defense, flight, life drain, steadfast, or swift strike. Like the game Jenga, you can keep stacking blocks on top of the totem, metaphorically building it to ridiculous heights. However, also like Jenga, the longer it goes on, the shakier your support is. Keep that metaphor in mind. Early game, the totem is a solid on-curve 2-drop. By keeping 3 resources open during an opponent's turn, you could use this as a deterrent against attacks, threatening to give the Living Totem Swift Strike or +1/+1 to ensure a favorable block against whatever your opponent decides to attack with. Most obvious combat trick ever, but still effective. Circling back to that metaphor, every turn you employ the Living Totem's ability, you aren't improving your board position. Wait, does anyone even play Jenga anymore? Anyway, so you normally want to be using the Living Totem's ability to either stop an early rush that's running out of gas to solidify your stabilization, or in mid to late game to siphon unused resources when you had a card like Counter Magic in hand and a threat never materialized. As more combat tricks and quick actions are revealed, cards that let you siphon unused resources at the end of your opponent's turn to produce an immediate or delayed benefit, like the Living Totem, General's Tent, or Soul Marble, will become more desirable. With the Totem in particular, you get a solid on-curve troop for early game trades or rush defense that is versatile mid to late game, so you won't feel like facepalming if you top deck it. In constructed PvP, the Totem is a very nice include for diamond decks, which, as a side note, can also be a good target for cards like Call to the Grave if you've invested in building the Totem up, as the improvements are permanent. Nothing OP, but nice potential if you're going to be using the call anyway. In draft, the Living Totem could make you consider splashing diamond, as, given a couple of turns of late game resources, this can actually transform into a pretty nice bomb. The 1 diamond threshold would be easy to satisfy, and it'd be okay if you had to wait a little to draw one of your splashed diamond resources before dropping it. Obviously, if your deck already includes more solid win cons, you don't have to branch out to a 3rd shard just to pick this up, but it's definitely good to keep an eye on. Looking at PvE, the Helm by itself would normally be a pass, since drawing 2 Living Totems in a match may not even happen. But oh man, das Boots! Getting these boots to drop from a boss will basically cause a reenactment of a Gaijin for Koma comic, and once you possess them, getting out a Living Totem becomes a high priority, as you can quickly pump even a small force into a beefy, elusive, life-draining army with just a little resource acceleration. In short, these boots are awesome. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please take the time to subscribe and leave a comment. Hope to see you in HEX for some good games and good times.